I want to start off by saying like, comment, and share this video so I can get to Isaiah Rob and many other people. But hopefully I can have a conversation with this gentleman one day. But I want to start off with saying that you have said that and stated that it could be something else, but the Islamic faith is the Antichrist. Now, I want to start off and say that that violates so many things in Scripture, because in Daniel chapter 7, it talks about how this little horn would change the times and the laws. And as we can see, that hasn't happened yet for Islam. They hasn't done that to Scripture. But if you look at the Catholic Church, they have. I'll show you proof. Also, not even just that, it talks about how this beast will persecute the saints of Jesus Christ. Now, Islam hasn't fulfilled that. They have done conquest on Christians and Jews, but they haven't done it like how the Roman Catholic Church has, though. That's the only difference. But then not just even that, though. We can talk about Revelation chapter 17, where it talks about this whore of Babylon. And not even just that, but how she has, daughters. And, she's the mother of harlots. And the Catholic Church calls herself the Mother Church. Something to think about.
Abraham Lincoln's mind, June of 1864. The war between the states was entering its final year, and one of the main thoughts that occupied President Abraham Lincoln's mind was the part played by Rome in the war. Lincoln said repeatedly, "This war would never have been possible without the sinister influence of the Jesuits. We owe it to popery that we now see our land reddened with the blood of her noblest sons." This seems to be a strange statement by President Lincoln, considering what is taught today about the war between the states. Nothing is ever mentioned of a religious element in the war, or that the Pope and the Jesuit order were intimately involved. But Lincoln was not the only voice raised in opposition to the Pope's meddling in the affairs of this country at that time. Samuel Morse, the inventor of Morse code, traveled to Europe and Rome in 1830 to do his own investigation into the conspiracies hatched against America. After returning home to the United States, Morse wrote 2 books warning Americans of the threat from Rome. Morse would continue sounding the alarm throughout the 1800s and went to discuss the situation with Lincoln after his inauguration.
Samuel Morse, of course, is the inventor of Morse code that was used for many, many years. And Samuel Morse wrote a book called Foreign Conspiracies Against the Liberties of the United States. It was published in 1835. And he shows in that book that the Holy Alliance and the Loophole Foundation out of Austria, controlled by the Jesuits, and the Jesuits themselves were the agents to overthrow the liberties of the United States, the Federal Republic of the United States, and to replace it with a papal centralized government as the Vatican is run.
Position of high command. He has administered what is called the Jesuit Extreme Oath of Induction. This oath has been called the Fourth Vow, or the Blood Oath, given to those in the Society of Jesus besides the traditional vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. A copy of the Extreme Oath can be found in the Congressional Record.
I want to read a statement to you, which is the Jesuit Oath. It says, "This is the Jesuit Oath. I do further promise and declare that I will have no opinion or will of my own," that's from the Spiritual Exercises of Loyola, "or any mental reservation whatever, even as a corpse or cadaver, but will unhesitatingly obey each and every command that I may receive from my superiors in the militia of the Pope. I furthermore promise and declare that I will make and wage relentless war, as I am directed to do, to extirpate and exterminate Protestants and liberals from the face of the whole earth. I will neither spare age, sex, or condition. I will hang, burn, waste, boil, flay, strangle, and bury alive these infamous heretics, rip up the stomachs and wombs of their women, and crush their infants' heads against the wall, in order to annihilate forever their execrable race. And then it goes on. The point being, throughout the history of the Jesuit order, they will shoot, they will burn, they will flay, they will do whatever it takes to destroy anybody who stands in the way of what they want to do.